you'd be on this drone to go solo. Once you went solo, you'd go and fly from a satellite drone. And my first instructor was Flight Lieutenant Wilcock, and he was a very big man, and he was in charge of the flight. So he had to put his 4 pupils through first so that he could test all the other pupils, you know, because a lot of them only been trained by sergeants and flight sergeants and pilots, so he had to test them before they went solo. And I remember the day I went solo, I had 7 hours up, and he said, he pulled up and he got out and he said, right, you can go or solo, you can go and kill yourself, sons. And he sat on the fence smoking a cigarette, and he said, when I get out of the aircraft, it's going to be lighter. See, but I'm going solo. And I was just happy as Larry, and you know, that's all I could think of. So I took off and I did the circuit. And I came in, he's sitting there over the fence and he's smoking his cigarette. And the first time when the green turns to grass, check, they taught us that, you're 20 feet, when the green turns to grass, you check and hold it off and hold it off and hold it off till it stalls onto the ground. And so I did the right things, but I bounced a bit and I was up 20 feet, so I throttled on and went round again. I did that 3 times and he's just sitting there smoking his cigarette. And when I eventually got down the third attempt, and when I taxied him, he said, I didn't know whether we'd have to shoot you down or whether you'd run out of petrol before we got you back. Well, see, after that, I'd been solo, then I didn't see him anymore, so he tested all the other pupils so as they could go solo. So I had a Sergeant Sharp, but I had a list of my son, I left it back at the motel, of all the instructors. Like at the satellite drones, I had about 5 or 6 different instructors here. Like some for aerobatics and some for cross countries and night flying. We did night flying of all things, which I hated. And I had about 61 hours here, which was only a couple of months. Then I went from here to Deniliquin, 7 SFTS on Wirraways.